Hey, what's up guys, welcome to Alphabet World. Here we talk about tech, politics, education and defense. Well, you might ask, you haven't seen content on some of the niche I mentioned here. You'll find out about that later. So yes, in this video I'll be talking about joining the Nigerian Air Force. There are various avenues to join the Nigerian Air Force. So if you don't know how, this video is for you. So first, I'll make a disclaimer. This video is just for educative purpose. Don't take it as the ultimate or final judgment. I do not speak on behalf of the Nigerian forces in any capacity, and I do not speak for the Nigerian Air Force. So make your due diligence on the information I'm passing in this video. I stand to be corrected if I make any error whatsoever, but this is accurate. I mean, most of the information here is accurate, but you can vet. It's subjected to your own vetting and your own discretion. So this video I'll be teaching you the various avenues to join the Nigerian Air Force. Now at the moment, the Nigerian Air Force is currently recruiting, and we have it. That's the direct short service. Now you are hearing direct short service, regular combatant commission, branch commission, basic military training. Which one exactly? Sorry, that's my Nigerian term. You should understand. Yes, so which one exactly is these terms and what do they mean? For graduates, take this first. Nigerian Air Force recruiting at the moment, that's the direct short service. Go on to their website at www.nafrecruitment.airforce.mil.ng. So go and read requirements. But now let's explain these terms one by one. Now, check my video on how Nigerian Army recruits graduates. I explained some of these terms there. Now, this is the Air Force specifically. Number one is a regular combatant commission. This one is a 5-year intensive military program at the Nigerian Defense Academy in Kaduna. It is open for young Nigerians between the age of 17 to 21. So this one is mostly for young individuals who just finished their secondary school and they want to go to university. So the army is going to take them in and cook them into fine, refined officers and gentlemen of the Air Force. So to take them 5 years in which they go through military training and academic training. So they are studying the same course that are being studied in university, but in addition, military courses, and they are being trained as a soldier from day one. So the training comprises of 4 years of academic and military instruction. Actually, it is military training in full. Yes, with academic, but in more context, like to be factual, from day one you are going to feel it. So just don't just think it because 4 years. What they just mean here is like 4 years focus on academic, while the final year is on military training. So so after the training, they earn a bachelor degree and they are commissioned as, for the Air Force, the commissioner as pilot of the Air Force. Their counterpart, midshipman in the Navy, second lieutenant in the Army. I explained that in my other video. Go and watch it if you don't watch that. So that's usually for SSC Yodas. Those are just wrote their WAEC, their first. Those are just wrote their WAEC or NECO or NAPTEP. So you can go to NTA website if you want to know more about it. And if you have your kids, you can check for them if you want to learn. Now, the one that this video is talking about is the direct short service commission, which is like, as at the time I'm making this video, this is currently on at the moment. It's currently on at the moment. So what is it all about? The direct short service commission is usually tailored for professionals, graduates that are required in a specific field of the Nigerian Air Force. So it's actually, details are on the website www.nafrecruitment.airforce.mil.ng. Now what this is saying in particular is that if you are a doctor, you are a cyber security expert, you are a data analyst and the like, the Air Force need your service. But actually it's always very competitive because I know they are only selecting like 3 people. Just as I time making this video, there's 3. So to be 2 selected, 1 reserved, or according to the description of the Air Force, anything they like they can do. So it's actually for graduates. So you must have finished your service or you have an exemption letter. But you please just go to the website to confirm most of this thing I'm saying. So they are recommended are listed. And one thing you need to know is that not all courses are listed on that portal. So you can't just say because I graduate you can apply. No, it doesn't work that way. They have listed the course. It is even objective when you want to pick a course. So you know that you are under maybe you study a course like education, and you go to education course. If your course is not listed there, good luck to you. So they've listed the course one by one. So you should check before applying, or if you are on the verge of going to university and you plan to join the Air Force after school, make sure you put that in mind. So this is actually for graduates, and the age is usually between 20 to 32 years, while medical doctors, those guys spend much time in school there. It's usually between 25 to 40 years. So it's also open for serving personnel of the Air Force. So look at how competitive that is. But those serving personnel must have been recommended by their commanding officer, and they must have served for 10 years and attained the rank of a corporal. So they have a lot of requirements. Please go to the website and check. You must be physically and mentally fit. Your certificates intact. Don't forge. If you forge, from there the air provost catch you. You are going to prison. So they have their course listed there, and those of you who want to serve Nigeria, it's actually a good opportunity for you. Although the short service is just 6 month training compared to like the regular combatant. Their course mates who are in the NDA, they are corrective training. Yours is just 6 months because you've already gone to school, done your degree, written your professional exam. Yes, you must have your professional certification. If you are a teacher, go and get your TLCN. If you are a doctor, go and get your license. If you are a lawyer, you should be called to bar and the likes. So it's already just 6 months, and you which will be commissioned as pilot officers. When you be commissioned as a flying officers, so it's for graduates, just like I said, professionals, engineering, medicine, law, ICT. It's open to both civilians and serving personnel. So go to the restaurant and check. Now there's also one we call the branch commission. Now this one, there's no much more details on it, and it's actually meant for those already in the force. There's a particular form of recruitment they do, although the information is not that open to the general public like that, so I wouldn't want to speak on that. But it's actually meant for those within the Nigerian Air Force. They have a particular commission, just like in the army. That in the video that I seen, the army video where I talk about the executive commission, they have that's their own edition of it. So that's for the direct short service commission and the branch commission. The branch commission is for those within the Air Force. The civilians can apply, but the direct short service serving personnel with a particular criteria and civilians can apply. But the branch commission is actually meant for Nigerian Air Force alone, not civilians can't go there. So now we have the basic military training. Yes, basic military training, which is for recruits. Those are the NCOs. The training is usually between, I think, 6 or 9 months, if I'm correct. So they train to become airmen and airwomen. You are basically a non-commissioned officers. Those are the ones who execute the plans mapped out by the senior officers. Those are the Direct Short Service Commission and the regular combat commission or branch commission. So this is actually the NCO is the brain of every armed forces. The officers are few, why the NCOs are the one who does the real job, why the officers are the thinking moguls. It's not like the officers don't work, they do work, but the NCOs carry the large chunk of execution in most military operations. So it's the most of the time the employment is actually two. There's one for professionals, we call it tradesmen, why the one for non-professionals, that's non-tradesmen. So the professionals, those are painters, tailors, they recruit them too. Why those for the non-tradesmen to be employed as into combatants, likely combatant role in the Air Force. So educational qualification usually this SSC, NECO, WAEC, NATEB, just basic after school qualification, not a university degree. So that is basically how to join the Air Force, and this information is always on their website. It can change from year to year, or it can be the same as I mentioned in this video. So please make sure you confirm. And one thing you need to notice that when applying for the Nigerian Air Force, it is the same way. Okay, let's say for instance you are a graduate and you go and use your SSC to apply for basic military training college. They are not going to accord you the privileges or the entrance as a graduate because you apply to SSC. So whenever you are applying, make sure you know what you are doing and stick to it. So the Nigerian Air Force is actually a good career. You get to fly and see the world. Even the birds will be jealous. It's a good career. You leave your home, you serve the nation, get fit. You need people from different tribes and culture, coming together to form a camaraderie. The family you can never find anywhere. You defend the nation, you get paid. You fly plane. Although not every Air Force personnel will fly plane. Some will maintain plane, some will be lawyers, some will be doctors, some will be teachers, basically. So whatever it is about service to the nation. If you are good and you are willing and able to serve, please apply. But out of all these, based on my own personal, just from my own view, I'm going to tell you, RC, that's a regular combatant commission, has you have more chance of entering into the RC because of the numbers of intake per year per state. They give each state equal allocation. Because RC is a regular combatant commission, I think is 12 or 11 per state. Now the directional service, please verify my information, it's not a final information, but directional service around 3 per state. So just look at the chances of, and in that 3 per state of directional service, you are competing with those who went to Air Force secondary schools. Yes, just like I think I did mention in this video, there is Air Force secondary school. Yeah. And the trained is just like a version of the Nigerian military schools in Zaria. So they train young children, they'll get their SSC certificate, and some of them get commissioned as a non-commissioned officer in the Nigerian Air Force. With those guys that went for the basic military training. So you should be aware of that. So you are competing with those kind of people. You're competing with even ex-boys from the Nigerian military can even apply. You are competing with serving personnel. You are competing with civilians who went to Air Force Institute of Technology. You are competing with a lot of people. You are competing with people from the state in particular. So chances are God will help you. The Lord is your strength. Alright, so I've come to the end of my video. And if you have any questions, any suggestion, anything at all, throw it in the comment section. If you have gone for selection but none of this, can narrate your experience selection, in the comment section. I'll be there waiting for you guys. So join the Nigerian Air Force today, willing, able and ready. Fly, and even the bird will be jealous because they're already jealous. Alright, before you go, hit the subscribe button and share to your friends and enemies and frenemies.